Hi, I'm Mike McCormick at the GBTA broadcast studio. I'm here pleased to welcome Mario Zorn of Airplus and Chris Bergau of Airbnb. Thank you both for being here today. So you recently entered into a strategic partnership. First off, just tell us what the partnership's all about.
First of all, we see that more and more people are using Airbnb for business travel. We now have about more than 50,000 companies that frequently use Airbnb for business, and that adds up to about 10% of the overall travel that's happening on Airbnb. And a requirement for that growth and to keep that growth coming is obviously the acceptance of a travel manager. And for that, the partnership with Airplus is definitely a key piece.
What does this mean from an Airplus perspective?
So we too see a similar increasing demand of our corporate customers to make use of sharing economy offers, such as Airbnb for overnight stay. However, what we also see is that our customers don't want to give in to their accustomed high quality or their accustomed high standards for doing reconciliation, compliance work, checking transparency and things like that. Now, with linking the Airplus AIDA virtual cards to the Airbnb payment process, we can now address this demand.
Right. So basically, it sounds like you were each listening to your customers and it led you to each other. So where does this go? You're working on an integrated solution, that's what you're announcing. What does that mean? How long does that, is it in phases? What are customers what should they expect?
Yeah. So basically we started by linking the Airplus virtual card system to the Airbnb payment process. So that for the first time allows business travelers and travel managers to use a virtual credit card number during the Airbnb payment process and collect all the data that they need. This is the first step. In the second step, in the second phase, we are now working on a fully integrated solution, which would mean that when somebody's on the Airbnb website and is booking his overnight stay, an Airplus AIDA virtual card number is automatically generated behind the scenes. All relevant data is collected, right, and automatically made available for the travel management of the company for them to do their reconciliation and cost analysis work. So
when we talk about this full integrated solution of Airplus, that's basically, from what I understand, this is the state-of-the-art solution for payments of business travel, and therefore it's a must-have for our product. I think it makes a lot of sense for us to integrate Airplus and help streamlining the booking process on our product. It will be just another step towards becoming a best-in-class solution in business travel.
So when will all this be available?
So I think we now have set up the project teams. We basically know what to do, and they're going to start working now.
That's always a good thing.
I think so too. Realistically, I would say during the course of next year.
In the course of next year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know how it is with the product roadmap, right? Nobody's giving you a date.
Right. Well, you never know, but there's always good to allow and set expectations with your customers, right? So they know they've got time to plan and that. So what does it look like if you fast forward to a few years from now? Like, where does this lead? Having the payment capability available is the first step. But what does a fully integrated solution look like?
Again, I think if I fast forward some years, and I would imagine how would this actually look like. I think the use case is a medium or long-term stay, where you actually want to be in an Airbnb,
right,
apartment or in a guest house. And I would foresee that the travel management wants to particularly well manage this.
Yeah.
They want to know where is my employee,
yeah,
what do they do, etc., etc. But on the other hand, they don't want to manually interfere with the whole process. They don't want to check every single detail per hand,
right,
manually. And in such an integrated solution, I would foresee that data about the booking from Airbnb is automatically runs through our system and made available for the customer for analysis, for checking where is my employee, making sure they are all well and good.
Booking data with information that are relevant for the analysis of the data for the company, such as like project numbers, cost centers, all this. Like this needs to be. And we heard these buzzwords a couple of times now. Seamless.
Right.
But, when I look back at Airbnb and where we have like the point that we've reached now, throughout the last 2 years, we've made a lot of our homeworks. Airplus is another big step towards the business travel industry of Airbnb entering the business travel industry, especially in the European markets. And we will continue doing our homework, and there will be other like, integrations and tools that we will have to look at. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the travel managers embracing and understanding that there is that this is an experience that their travelers are enjoying, are liking. So I think we'll continue to grow into the sector because the product just fits for specific business travel.
Well, and it all comes back to the three things that are on their minds today, right? Personalization, mobility, and duty of care, right?
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
The personalization. I think in the future, a business traveler doesn't want to live differently than when he's a private person and privately traveling. Wants to enjoy the same services that's available for me as a private person.
Yeah.
And partnering with Airbnb is a major step for us into realizing this.
Well, thank you both for coming, Mario, Chris. Good luck on your new venture together, and thank you from
GBTA
Broadcast Studio.